That's good to
Mhm.
hear. How was your day today?
Um, Challenging and cold. So
Cold, yeah.
not the best day of my life, but
Could be better. Yeah, could be
Mhm.
better. Could be
Yeah,
better.
definitely.
Yeah, that's good. But all right, all right. So how is what plans have you got for the evening?
About my plans,
Yeah.
uh, working. So yes, I have to finish my work, and I must spend maybe 3 or 4 hours after our class working. So yeah,
Really?
yes, yes. So that's my evening plan.
Ow. That's
Yeah,
a bummer.
I have been working all day long,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, I have three extra. I have to work three extra hours more today. Yeah, so this is.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. I will just. Um, so it's better when you have job
Well,
rather
yeah, I think
than
yeah.
when you don't have, especially in current situation. So I should be happy that I have a lot of work.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good. But all right. Okay then. All right. And well, well, uh so I remember I've asked you what you do. My terrible memory will not let me remember it. So you work in IT, I remember that, yes? You work as
I'm a web designer.
a web designer, very good.
Uh-huh.
And so the question here, I'm trying to connect this to our topic. Um, uh, so why did you decide to become a web designer?
uh, it's so it wasn't.
A
I just
decision?
yeah. So it just wasn't that I was just sitting and uh, thinking about whom I can be. It was just
Okay,
like a chain of uh, events that
okay.
me led lead
Uh-huh. Let you.
that led me to this profession.
Okay.
Yeah, that
And
just was,
what?
yeah, just uh, mm, I was tired of my previous job.
Okay, which was?
Yeah, I was extremely tired, and I'm sorry, it's my cat. Uh,
Oh,
uh, yes, really wanted to leave it, but I didn't know to where I have to live. And
okay. And what was your previous job, if it's not a secret?
I'm sorry, I just so slow in my speaking today because
Oh, come on, are you serious?
overwhelmed. But I want to describe the story. And so there was a good friend of mine, and he
Okay.
just said, "I see." So this friend of mine, he just saw in me this potential of being web designer, but I hadn't thought about it by myself.
Interesting.
Yes,
Okay.
and yeah, the other person just saw this potential in
Hmm.
me, and yeah, he just
So this
pushed.
was this was what was this a boyfriend? I'm sorry.
Yes,
Okay.
and he just pushed me to this sphere,
Try
and
it. Okay.
yeah, and this was extremely successful, and I didn't believe in myself, but he did because he saw something that I didn't see in
See.
myself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's just how it happened.
All
Sometimes
right.
it's beautiful that we have some people in our lives that came and then they leave us, but they leave something beautiful for us.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, when you meet someone who just give you the direction of your
Okay.
life, and that
Okay.
yes, that is how it happened.
I'm sorry. I'm going to take you back a little. You said that it's good when we have someone who comes and leaves. What happened? You
Mhm.
guys broke up?
Yes, yes.
Sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay, but this is beautiful experience because this person just gave me a great. They he did he gave me my current profession that I really
Okay.
passionate about. Uh, so it's
All right.
I think.
It's plus, right? Okay. All right. Yeah. It's okay. Okay. And all right. So, well, that sort of answers my next question. So you're passionate about the work. That's it. All right. You're passionate about the job. Good. Then, all right. You're passionate about the job. Very good. And the next, well, today we're talking about today actually the topic, as you can see here already, is a material world.
Mm-hmm.
And what does this material world mean? Uh, but what do you understand by that? Before I start yapping and ranting about it, what do you understand by the expression material
Um,
world?
um, Material things that like money,
Okay,
stuff. Uh, yeah, I think more. It is more about money.
okay. It's more about money.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, give
Maybe.
me a minute. Sorry, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Strange. Okay. Uh-huh. So I'm sorry, you were saying just work something work.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
So all right. So material world. So yes, I do agree with you. Um, um, I do agree with you. Okay, I do agree with you. But would you say that we are living in a material world? Would you agree to that?
So controversial question because yeah,
Okay.
definitely yes. Everything that
Okay.
around us are material things, and we can't effort something without money. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, mm, there are not material things that means even more than material things. But but our world is some like balance and between material and not material, and um, the the thing is you should find the right balance, and there are
Okay.
different kind of people. Uh, Somebody prefers uh, to prefer somebody prefers to choose how could I say it, to make his decision based on
Okay.
material.
Okay.
Somebody, yeah,
And some other person doesn't.
yeah, and some
Okay.
other, yeah, make
Okay.
based on some spiritual thing.
Okay. I agree with that. But well, okay. Sometimes people think I'm an optimist, but I like to think of it as I like to think of myself as a realist. Um, uh, and sometimes I actually sit and think of it, and I'm like, well, I'm not trying to be an asshole or a dick or anything. This is being recorded there. But anyway, sometimes So I've got a girlfriend and we're living together and we've been living together for a while now. And then every time we have the whole, sometimes, um, well, there's some money problems, right? Okay, it happens to everybody, right? Okay, and I really get sensitive about it sometimes, right? And she doesn't get it. Okay, I'm not saying that she is with me for the money, um, uh, but at the same time, I'm not saying we should ignore it altogether.
Yes.
Okay, because
Exactly.
you know what I always say, right? I have a very weird expression actually, but in Russian I always say "Любовь молоко не купит." Um,
Good.
okay, yeah, because you can. So unfortunately, right? You can
Can I
preach.
interrupt you because
Yes, please.
you have an extremely beautiful expression. It's like "Спасибо, на хлеб не намажешь."
Exactly. No,
Mhm.
I think I know another version. Спасибо в карман не положит. Yeah, I know another version. Exactly. So
Yeah.
see, so that's what I'm saying, right? Okay. So these people are not being materialistic, at least. Okay. But I would say that these people are being really realistic. Okay. Because definitely, you can't do anything about it, right? Okay. It's the world we live in. It's a system we live in, right? People are like that. Okay. Well, how do you put it right? I was reading this documentary about deception. It's called deception. Okay, deception is when you lie to people. Okay, it's lying. Deception is lying, deceiving, from the word deceive.
Mhm.
And it says that well, if you think about it, that deceptive people, because well, they are sort of they're the ones who succeed, kind of. Okay,
Mhm.
I know. Our parents taught us when we were children that you shouldn't lie, because the truth always sets you free. But hey, sometimes not everybody wants to know the truth, if honestly, right? If to be honest, sometimes people don't want to hear the truth. Okay, and that's why I preach selfish, right? I preach people should be selfish because, well, if everybody is taking is looking after themselves and taking care of themselves, then there'll be less stress to go around. But hey,
Mhm.
who am I? I'm not a guru or anything. So yes, I do agree that the world is material, but in some ways it's easy, in some ways it's not. So still on the whole topic of material and everything. Um, we're going to try to so you've been in a relationship, okay? I'm in a relationship. Let's try to see what factors affect this, for example. I'm going to tell you four things. Okay, I'll just write this down. The first one, I'm echo. The first one is good education. The second one is a healthy bank balance. I hope you understand what that means. The third one we have is good looks. The last one we have is an attractive personality. And the question here is, can you rate these four things on the scale of 1 to 4, where 1 means very important, okay, and 4 means not very important? So number them in the order of importance for both men and women, okay, please. So, oh, sorry, I skipped a little bit here. How important do you think the following things are for people who are looking for a long-term partner? The underlined word here is long-term partner. So first, let's start with ladies, and then we'll come back to the men.
I I thought about it yesterday, and
Really?
yes, about all this. I thought about mm it's both. So it's it is extremely important to find the right person that is good, well educated, and he looks attractive to you. But it is unpredictable thing when you fall in love with someone, and before you fall in love, or before you somebody attracts you, you don't know at all about his personality, about his bank balance, and you can't. So. it's unpredictable thing. It may
Okay.
influence your long-term relationships
Okay.
in future, but on the first step, when you just see the person and talk to him, and
Mm-hmm.
you don't know anything about him, you don't know which marks he got in university, because it doesn't matter. But yes, but in future it matters. I think it's complicated. So
Okay.
we don't
Okay.
we don't choose a good computer in the shop, comparing using comparison between characters. I don't know.
Okay. As a natural year together. All right.
Okay, good education is
Okay.
important, because I don't uh, say говорить, say.
I wouldn't say.
I wouldn't
I wouldn't
say,
say.
yeah, that,
Oh, I'm not saying. Yeah. I'm not saying that. Uh-huh. I
yeah,
think I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying about um, the prestigious that the person have to attend some kind of prestigious university.
Okay.
I
Okay.
I appreciate just the fact that this person tended to learn something, and because university is in our country, it is not about some knowledge. It's about
Okay.
how you learn to communicate with people, and you get wiser while you go throughout this long period, and you yeah, it's important, good education.
Okay. Good
But
education is important. Okay.
yeah,
Where
but
would you put it? Just for the sake of why not? Where would you put it? So we have, what would you put as number one? What would you say is number for female, for women? What would you, okay, okay, you're a lady, let's talk about guys then. For number one, what would you say is the most important thing? Number one.
from all these four,
Yes.
uh,
Of the four things, yes. Sorry?
it's impossible to attract an attractive personality, because it includes all small things that you like.
Okay. Okay.
Because somebody can be attract um, attracting for you, but he
Attractive to,
attractive for you, but he
hmm
might not have an education, and it doesn't matter, because he just can have some his hidden features,
Okay.
uh, something not obvious that attracts you, and
Okay.
it doesn't implies it doesn't imply that he has good education.
So you, okay, all right. Uh, so usually if you're registering on a dating website or something, right? We have this thing we call a turn ons and turn offs. Okay. So you are saying that none of these is crucial. Okay, okay. You know what? How about this? I'll say what I think, and then you disagree. You agree or disagree. Okay. If I'm choosing a partner, I think that if I'm choosing a partner, well, if I'm choosing a lady friend, okay, I wouldn't say that a healthy bank balance is. I'm not okay. Call me sexist or whatever you like, but a healthy bank balance for a woman is not a priority. So I'll send that all the way to number four. A good education, yeah, is important. It's important for a woman. So I'll put that in number two. I'd say my number one is an attractive personality. Number two, good education. Good looks, number three, and then her bank balance, number four. I'll just write that again so that you can. So I would
Mhm.
say number one, an attractive personality, because that's the first thing you meet, right? And that's the thing you're going to live with, the personality, right? Okay, an attractive personality. And number two, I'd say is good education, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd say for number three, I'd say good looks. And number four, I'd say is a healthy bank balance. But because good looks is a healthy bank balance. So, well, so actually, I'll just try to elaborate a little. Attractive personality. I think for me, this is important. Why? I need someone I can talk to. Okay, I need somebody I can talk to. I don't need someone who's a nervous wreck, someone who cries every time she has a problem, or someone who cannot handle her own little issues. You know what I mean, right? But at the same time, I don't want a woman that is okay. Well, at the same time, I don't want a woman who is too independent. She's like it's like I'm living with another man. You get the point, right? So a fine balance there should be good. Good education, well, most so if she's gone to university. So I understand. I agree what you said earlier that university doesn't necessarily say that you are smart or anything. University actually just shows that you are a responsible person and you can actually sit your ass down in one place and finish a
Yeah.
5 year course. Okay. All right. So I think at least that one is a tick in my box. Okay. Good looks. Well, this goes further than just the regular aesthetics, right? The regular pretty face, pretty nose, right, and good everything. I think for me, this good looks goes all the way to the little things, right? Okay, okay. I know that women care about this stuff, and some women don't. But I'm saying, well, come on. If I see a girl with terrible hair, well, I'm sorry, but what? Okay, like come on, like your hair is like okay, because I think this is showing how they this is showing how much they what's the word this is showing how much they pay attention to the little details. Okay, all right. A guy can go around with silly looking hair, but I'm not saying go around looking like a bum or like a homeless person. But that's what I mean. Okay, I'm not saying she has perfect distance between her eyes and perfect like the whole media shit. No, I'm not talking
Like
about that one.
model on the runaway.
Something like that, right? But even those people, even those ladies for me are too skinny, actually, by the way. Um, and a healthy bank balance. Okay, okay. This I'm not saying it's absolutely useless. Okay, I'm saying, well, if you know, if you have a woman who makes a good salary and saves up some money and can do stuff with her own money, it only shows that she is what do you call the word? She's money smart, right? Business smart. She knows how to handle money, right? Nope. Okay, I'm not saying that I need my woman to take care of herself. I'm saying she shouldn't make me go bankrupt. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't buy fancy things. I'm saying, well, don't make me go bankrupt. So that balance is there, right? Okay. And so for a guy, uh, I will make my own list and then you tell me what you think.
Looks, I think,
Okay.
the first.
The first
And
one should be what?
for boys,
First one should be what? Good looks.
the first one is good looks, I guess.
Oh, okay. All
Then,
right. So for a guy,
then
number one,
personality, good education. I don't know.
and then bank balance last. Okay. All right. Do that.
Maybe
Okay.
I underestimate you guys, but I don't know. I know. I think that attractive personality and good looks, it's some kind of equal, not equal, but if you are attractive personality, it means that you are good looks for this person. How could you be attractive and not being good looking at the same time?
there is a possibility. I've met um uh, yes, definitely. Yeah.
You look
You can have
great.
an attractive you can have an attractive personality but don't look good. There are people who, for example, no, okay, I know this guy. I know this guy. He's a friend of a friend. Um he uh, he doesn't take care of himself. Let's be honest, right? He literally doesn't take care of himself. He lives, well, if someone told me he was homeless, I'd not doubt it. So on
Mhm.
first instances, he doesn't look that pleasing. He's not very pleasing to look at. All right.
Mhm.
But um uh, But so my friend was telling me about him, and then you could see that he's really fun to be around. He's hilarious. He's the life of the party, right? That kind of
Uh-huh.
personality person, right? Okay, but he's not just so if you don't know him, you don't know him, and you don't want to know him. So
Uh-huh.
yes, there can be a difference in that. Okay,
Mm.
all right, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. So we've got some text here to go. We've got some text here to go. Uh, Unfortunately, we have a presentation, but for some reason it's not down. It didn't download. So here we'll just have to improvise. Um, uh, so I'm going to read a. I have two texts here to read. Okay, we're going to read the text. We're going to look at the vocabulary in the text and then probably the grammar. All right. So
Mhm.
the first text here says, do women really want to marry for money? Do women really want to marry for money? Okay, just off the top of your head, what answer would you give? Yes, what answer would you give? Yes, a yes or no?
What, yes to no, or what?
Sorry? To that
Uh,
question, do women really want to marry for money? What would
oh,
you answer? Yes or no?
no.
You say no.
It
Okay,
depends on woman.
depends on the woman.
It
Okay,
depends, of course. It depends on personality, on
okay,
his her aims.
okay. All right, let's try this. I'll read the text and then we'll see if we agree with the text or disagree with it. Okay?
Mhm.
So the first thing goes, the first text goes, according to a report from the London School of Economics, women are now more determined than ever. Women are now more determined than ever to find a partner who will improve their financial prospects. Women's aspirations to marry up, if they can, to a man who is better educated and has higher earning persists in most European countries. Catherine Hakim says, women continue to use marriage as an alternative or supplement to their employment careers. She concludes, biological extension, it would appear men are keen to marry down, although nobody seems to query, much less gather statistics on their matrimonial motives. Arguably, there's nothing surprising in these findings, especially when you consider women with young children. A recent study by the National Center for Social Research revealed that a third of all mothers would prefer to give up their jobs if they could afford to, and three-fifths said they would want to work fewer hours. So, let's elaborate some words. Ah, crap, we should have done it before the reading, but okay. But I suppose in overall you understood what was going on there, yes?
Yes, I open my textbook and I follow what you're.
Oh, really?
Is it legal? Yeah.
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, you should. Yeah, you should. You can. Definitely you can. All right. Good. So page 48, you found it, yes?
Hmm?
Page 48, you found it?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So, um, uh, who thinks that women's no 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 no. So, did you find a study? The study we just read, okay, the study. Did you find anything in this study surprising?
No. No, because the world is changing, and I see. So I don't share the position of this woman, but
Okay,
I haven't wear uh, his their shoes, and maybe some of them occur in complicated situations, and they're not able to cope with their problems. It's like, yeah, it's maybe it's normal to find somebody who will help you with your problems, but yeah, I can't judge anybody. It's impossible because we're not in their places. But I just, yes, I agree because the general inclination,
Tendency, okay, the general tendency.
tendency is like that. Yeah, unfortunately, but not in
Okay.
our country, I guess, because our country is
So,
quite. I think,
sorry.
yeah, I think because that that in our country still soul means more than material things. Uh,
Okay.
I believe in that. But
All
in
right.
yeah,
All right.
but yeah, I have uh, mm, the opposite position because as I know that in European ladies
Uh-huh.
are inclined to be independent now.
Yeah, that's honestly, if you ask me, I just think that's I think they're playing against their own benefit here, if you ask me.
Okay, so
But well, okay, they are striving for independency, but the things I don't get it. I don't get why they're doing that. Because well, honestly, go back to 5,000 years with 100 years in the past, right? And situation has changed drastically. I'm not saying women shouldn't try or strive to improve the situations they have. Okay, I'm not saying that in any way, but I'm saying, come on, people, like, really, like, what are you guys fighting for, man? Like, this is to your own freaking interest, right? You're fighting against your own interest by doing this. Okay, but okay, um, I agree with the text to a degree. Okay, I agree with the text to the degree. I honestly wouldn't say I want to marry down for any reason. So I don't agree with that one. And okay, I understand that for a man, there's the whole, how do you call it? Men are competitive, right? And men like to measure what they have and talk about it, right? And if he has a woman who is in a financially better position than he is, then it's a little belittling, all right? It's a little belittling, makes him feel a little small.
mhm.
I think that's the word. It's a little belittling, okay? It makes him feel a little small. So, but let's take a look at the other two paragraphs, okay? We asked journalist Jemima Lewis, or is that Jemima? I don't know how you read that. Novelist Jojo Moyes, or Moyes, what they thought. So we'll start with the first one. Women want rich husbands. Full stop. Perhaps we don't often say it. Perhaps we don't even like to admit it to ourselves, but women are practical creatures. A rich husband gives you options. One of the perks of being female is that you grow up knowing there's a slim chance you might be able to marry a millionaire and retire before you hit middle age. If he is rich enough, your husband might pay for teams of nannies to look after your children while you busy yourself with Pilates. Working mothers like me tend to regard such wives with a disapproving eye. We call them trophy wives, as if to distinguish them from the real thing. But that is partly just to distract ourselves from the envy inside. Whether you feel your days with Pilates or child rearing, not having to work is, well, less like hard work. Unfortunately, rich husbands like handsome princes are not very easy to come by. Most of us, not moving in millionaire circles, are likely to fall in love with and marry a more normal bloke. In the meantime, you might have built up a career that you are proud of and reluctant to give up. So reluctant means a little hesitant, right? You don't really want to give up your career. Come on, you have worked, your ass off in this career, and a normal bloke is a normal guy. If you have a baby, you are doomed, you are condemned to an inner life of conflict and guilt as you try to find a way to bring up your child without going bankrupt or insane, bankrupt without losing all your money. Like a winning lottery ticket, a rich husband would solve your problems at a stroke, allowing you to calibrate, to reconsider your life, your work-life balance to suit yourself rather than your mortgage provider. Mortgage is the loan you get from a bank to buy a house. So, uh, agree, disagree? Where do you stand?
So, personally, I
Okay.
don't, I don't like the position when somebody considers somebody else like a solution for his own problems. When you,
Okay.
mm,
Well, but let's be realistic. That's the world we live in, no?
yeah, that's so. I like the position when you find somebody you love, and then if he has the good possibility, it's great, it's beautiful when he helps you with something, when he push you to something good, when I don't know. But so how to explain in English? Women are it's like our nature to hold the house, to bring up
Okay.
children, to
Okay.
make food, to so feminists should kill me for this word, but
Okay.
and we tend to like save our home, and it's
Okay.
impossible to do with poor um, partner. And so the truth somewhere in the middle, like always.
Okay.
Uh, I mm, I don't want to underestimate the importance of
The
money.
advantage. Okay.
Advantage of money in our life. It's extremely important because yeah, we know why it is important, but we shouldn't be stick to the money. And I don't feel bad. I don't feel stressed about the fact
Okay.
I'm not rich. I feel
Okay.
in that this condition that I'm нахожусь сейчас, that
I'm in. Yes, I am in.
I'm in, and but it's always great idea to strive after something better. But
Okay.
but to find a rich person shouldn't be your main point.
Priority in. Okay.
Your main point. The main point is to find somebody who you will love, who will love and respect you. And if
Okay.
this significant other will be rich, it's good. It's just great bonus. But and what I can say more is that it's not so easy, I guess, to be the partner of somebody who is rich, because you should be
Okay.
like appropriate to him, and
Okay. Okay.
but it's not so easy sometimes to be rich and have a lot of commitments, and maybe yeah, if you want somebody who possesses a lot of material something,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
you must be a strong personality. You must be rich inside at least.
Okay.
And
True.
so
True.
I think I have a rule that partners should be equal. And that means,
Equal.
yeah, equal in even material, I guess. And so, yeah, ladies shouldn't be as rich as her partner, but
Okay.
mentally and воспитание and
Mental upbringing.
upbringing, manners, education, actually, and it's you you have to do a great job with your personality to if you want to be with somebody who managed to achieve some goals and but it shouldn't be your main point in life to find somebody who is rich. It's stupid.
All right.
But
All
it's
right.
not. But
Okay.
it's not bad if you
It's
fall in
not bad
love.
either.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not bad if you fall in love with somebody who is rich.
Well, but okay. So I think the interesting thing here is it's not okay. It's good. It's not bad. But you shouldn't make it your top priority, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you fall in love with someone who is rich, then you're lucky. But like with every other thing, you can put yourself in a position to fall in love with someone who's rich, I guess. But all right. Okay, not the point. Okay, let's well, I don't know. I agree with this lady. I don't see anything here I don't really disagree with. Because money's an interesting thing actually. It's good when you have it. Honestly, it's good when you have it. There's a there's less there's a less load of bullshit you have to worry about when you have money. Okay, let's see what Jojo Moyes says. She says no. Why? Today's young women, having observed their mothers juggling a full-time job and all the domestic responsibility, having the odd nervous breakdown. So juggling is when you do this, right? Juggle with oranges, for example, right?
Ah,
Juggle.
mhm,
Okay. Odd nervous breakdown is when they crash nervously and start crying, and still have to look glamorous. All right.
mhm,
Have now decided they'd prefer to be kept by a wealthy husband. Sorry, I'll read that again. Today's young women, having observed their mothers juggling a full-time job and all the domestic responsibility, having the odd nervous breakdown and still having to look glamorous, have now decided they'd prefer to be kept by a wealthy husband. Who can blame them? There are times, usually when sick children and deadlines collide, that I think the same. But marry rich, and you may marry a man who views you as a commodity, as property. You may spend much of your time alone. A high flying career often means an absent husband and father. High flying, so when he's in the stars, literally. You can marry for money, but it is not a marriage, it's a deal.
mhm,
And I suspect only the toughest of women, as you mentioned, can see that with the clarity it requires. The courts are littered with high earners, are full of high earners, as well as the shattered dreams of traded in middle aged wives who have been replaced by a younger, more glamorous model. Shattered dreams, broken dreams. My children have long played a game called Who's Got the Sourest Face? In Walters. It's always the wives in the really expensive cars. My husband and I have taken turns as the highest earners. Earning my own money means I don't have to justify my shoe habit. I don't have to explain my shoe habit. And he doesn't shoulder the mortgage alone. He doesn't carry the mortgage alone. And having a career brings me more contentment than having a designer handbag. Contentment, satisfaction. So I wouldn't be delighted, I wouldn't be very happy if my daughter ended up with a dropout, but I'd feel worse if she thought the most important thing about a man was his bank balance. What do you think?
mhm. Oh, 1 second, please. First of all, um, my career. Um, Everything that described in this article is about ideal, as you mentioned, and
Mm-hmm.
just just the other world. I don't know. If talk in general, um, I don't know uh, how to find the right person, because we don't find, we meet we meet him. And
Okay,
so
that's interesting.
yeah, and it it breaks all these ideas about ranking all this what uh, points, and so this is all about deal, and everybody. And oh, 1 second, I just let's revise this about replacing by
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and divorce chorus. I just don't share this position, and я не представляю.
So you don't what?
I don't imagine how is it to be replaced by someone, and that means that you got married without true love, and it's so strange to me.
Well, it's weird, man. It's weird. I'm
This is
I
the real world. What is described is real material world, but
but that's the thing, right? The world we're living in is material. It is material, right? But the question is, um, uh, I think the big thing here is not necessarily that. I think the big question here should not be, is our world material or not? We know that our world is material, right? But will we let ourselves become slaves of this materialistic world?
so we're all slaves, even if uh, but somebody is more, somebody is less, but we all slaves. If uh, the only uh, group of people who are not slaves is monks in mountains
Okay,
in India, and that
that's a good one.
that's true. They yeah, refuse all the material things, but it depends on the extent that we're pay attention in. It depends on the extent in which we're paying attention to material things. For
Hmm.
example, it depends on person. Somebody unstoppable strives mm, after after some material things too. They
Hmm.
tend to change their phones, they tend to change their cars, and it's never enough. And
Okay.
somebody just want to improve their quality of life, but it's like it's not the major point. And like money is a source of our surviving. It's obvious, and we can't underestimate the importance of this. But
Okay.
mm, it should be a balance. We shouldn't think of money every second. and
It shouldn't control all our decisions. Yes.
we shouldn't like I don't know. We should be grateful for things that we have, and
Okay.
we shouldn't be how сейчас я переведу жадный.
We shouldn't be selfish.
Yeah, we shouldn't be selfish. I don't know. So
All right.
my position is that every normal person should strive after better living to make better conditions for our children,
Okay.
for our parents. Is
Okay.
we should be able to provide good medicine services,
Mhm. Mhm.
but we
Mhm.
shouldn't strive after all the treasures of the world. We shouldn't strive after um, buying apartments on the 60th floor in the skyscraper. I think
Okay.
it's
It's ridiculous, right?
ridiculous and some kind of sickness, and that people that strive after all these material things don't feel happy. They always want more and more, and it concerns and that women as well. That at first they want a rich husband, then they want a ring with diamonds, and it's endless process, I guess. And you should be happy
Okay.
with things that you have, with all these small things, but
All
always
right.
after something better. In
All right.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. Great. Great job. Great. 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 And the next thing we have here is let's take a look at the grammar, at the vocabulary we have in this text. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So, what's another word for a guy? In from the text we just read, another word for a guy.
For a guy,
Yes.
mhm.
Another word for a guy.
I'm trying to find it.
Second text.
This word on D letter, no?
Sorry?
No.
A bloke. All right?
Block. Mm-hmm.
A bloke. All right? A normal guy, a normal bloke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, block. Yeah.
All right, good. And then another word for uh dreams.
Is it highlighted or not?
Uh, well, highlighted in my own book, not your own book.
Um, I don't know. High fly. I know. I know. Mm, I wasn't so attentive.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so the word here is aspiration.
Aspiration.
Yes.
Oh, uh-huh.
Good. Aspiration.
Uh-huh.
Very good. All right. Aspiration. That's dream, right? Okay. So people dream, people aspire.
Uh-huh.
And another word for, but probably you should look at the text again. Don't worry. Don't worry. We don't, I think, well, we do have time, but you can look at the text later then. All right. You can look at that later. Okay. Still, all right. Very good. So still on the whole question of, mhm, mhm, mhm. Of money, still on the whole question of money, we've got some expressions. Okay, we've got some expressions here. And could you tell me what you think these expressions mean? All right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you think these expressions mean. The first expression on page 50, Money doesn't grow on trees.
Oh, it's easy. That means that we should earn money, and they doesn't they don't come from nowhere.
Okay. Okay. So you have to earn them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And the second one?
Type-fisted. Maybe the person that she is inclined to save money. Maybe that maybe he don't inclined to spend a lot of money. This type-fisted. No,
Okay.
no, or yes.
Mm-hmm. Type-fisted is someone who doesn't like spending money. Yes, you're right. Someone
Uh,
who doesn't like spending money.
uh,
Okay, number three.
it must have cost an arm. Oh, it's extremely
An
expensive.
arm. Uh-huh.
Extremely expensive. Am I right?
Yes.
That can't make ends meet in the moment. It can't make ends meet. So I know when we не можем свести концы с концами. It means,
Exactly.
yeah, it means when you have some expenses now, some payments, but you you barely can afford it right now.
Okay.
You can't cover your basic payments.
Exactly, right? You can't pay for basic things. Good.
Yeah.
You can't pay for basic things. All right.
We are in the red.
Uh-huh.
Um, I don't know. Maybe we don't have money now, or the opposite. I don't know.
We are in the red means that we are, if we're in the red, it means that we are. So we have a what you call what I like to call a mattress sum of money.
Uh-huh.
Like okay. So before you are broke when you have zero, but for some, so I like to have a mattress sum. For example, I like to think that okay, if I have $1,000 and then I go below the $1,000, I have to start making more money. For example, just or you can say $200, whichever it is. Okay, and so and you can see that this $200 is my red, right? If I
Mhm.
start touching this $200 as my saving, then I know that I'm in the red and I need to do something. Okay, so for
Uh-huh.
example, that there you go. So I'm in the red,
Uh-huh. Okay. Is
and uh-huh.
is the light robbery? Maybe it means when something is so expensive that it so and the seller is like robs you when
Exactly.
when
That
he requires so huge sum of money for this product.
that's exactly what it is. Daylight robbery. It's when someone is charging you a ridiculous sum for something, right? An
Mm-hmm.
absolutely ridiculous sum for something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, that's it, right? Very good. And the next one?
We are going to have to tighten our belts. So
Mhm.
this means that in that moment we have to reduce our expenses. Our
Yes,
yeah.
we have to reduce our expenses, yes.
Mhm. And those who are definitely living beyond their means. It means when somebody spend more, then he can afford it, and or more than he earns, something like that.
Exactly. When someone spends more than they earn. Exactly. Okay. Very good. All right. Please exercise. Hmm. Oh, sorry. So, do you know anybody who you would say who is Is exercise D a bit tight-fisted or something? Anybody?
Uh, from my surroundings.
Yeah, from your surroundings. Yeah, people,
Um,
a
yes,
colleague, family member.
yes, I know one. And even
Okay.
even me sometimes type fisted if it requires. We have different life situations, but occasionally. But yeah, I know the person who is permanent, perma, permanent,
Permanently.
perma,
Permanently.
permanently is type fisted, and yeah, I don't want him to be like that because it's complicated to live, and especially when you can afford you a lot, but
Okay.
you're still typisted. And I think that kind of people should be just a little bit more relaxed because, and I know the roots of this problem because our parents are from USSR and they were
Okay.
extremely poor. And nowadays it's complicated to spend money because they remember how complicated
Uh-huh.
it was,
How bad it was, right? Yes. Okay.
and always, and they tell the story to us, to their children, and we as well a little bit tight-fisted because our parents
Because
say,
of that, right? Hmm.
yeah, yeah, says lives beyond their means.
You know anybody who lives beyond their means? They
Mm,
spend more than they have. Like, how do you
um,
know this kind of? How do you tell these kind of people? They're always borrowing money.
oh, I don't have such kind of people in my surroundings.
Okay. All
Uh,
right.
was given a grant to study abroad. Hmm, yes, yes. I have a friend of mine who entered the university for free in Czech Republic.
Really?
Yes, but it's some kind of grant because to study for free in Czech Republic, you should know their language, their native language, and you should spend a year or more to learn their language and enter their university for free. So that's
Wow.
means because their education is free for everybody if you learn in their national language.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Buys and sells shares on the stock market. Nobody, but maybe I don't know, but nobody. Uh,
Okay.
Charges very high fees for what it. Oh, yeah, that's about my boss that pay extremely high fees for our business or rent, and it's
Okay.
yeah, it's cruel situation.
All
Uh,
right. And well, I think I know. Sorry, that's not it. Uh-huh.
has difficulty making ends meet.
Uh-huh.
Mm, I
I think all of uh-huh. Uh-huh.
no, I don't know any who who were in such complicated situations. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
if somebody from my surrounding or my family surrounding has difficulty making ends meet, we just
Uh-huh.
help them people. So in order them to not be in a long time in these situations. So no, fortunately, I haven't seen such tough situation.
Okay. I think that right now, honestly, everybody is going through a sort of a situation because of the whole virus thing, and it's just difficult. It's difficult. But what can you say, right? What can you say or do?
Mm,
All right. Mm-hmm. 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 All right, there, I think. So if you go to the next page, so most students, I don't know, but most teachers have a as a foreigner here in Belarus, I've realized that a lot of people are sort of inclined to go for a native English speaking teacher. But there are some pluses to it. And what are the pluses to having a native English speaking teacher?
What is the process of studying with native speakers?
Yes, yes.
Um, all the pluses, I don't know, pronunciation.
Pronunciation. We're on the page, right? So why not? Okay. But so as an English language student yourself, have you ever thought about your pronunciation?
Of course, I'm worried about it.
You're worried about your pronunciation.
Uh,
Okay. And what do you mean by worried?
but I'm interested in improving that because I want to sound well because it's important for me.
Okay. And why is it important for you?
I don't know because when you do something good, do it good.
Okay.
Just improve your skills and because English uh, English language uh,
Hmm.
sounds beautiful for me from natives. I like how it sounds.
Okay. Trust me, I do too.
Of course.
All right. So this is the thing. This is the thing. Okay. This is the thing. English is a beautiful language. I definitely say that. Beautiful. Beautiful it is, right?
Mhm.
Okay. But of the native speakers in the world, how many countries do you think speak English as a native language?
How many countries have I visited or what?
No, no, no. How many countries speak English as a native language?
Um, so, something about 10.
Okay.
I don't know,
Okay.
but something about that. Or
Okay.
not more,
So
not more
let,
than.
let me let, let me bust your bubble. Okay, let me bust your bubble. Seven. So actually, by Cambridge standards, only seven countries speak English as a first language.
So I was close.
Close, yeah, pretty close, pretty close.
Hmm.
So that's the countries again are in no particular order. America, British, America, Britain, um, uh, America, Britain, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and I think North I think North Ireland or something. Uh, I have forgotten. Yeah. So I think seven countries. I
Hmm.
can Google that again. All right. And but out of these seven countries, I think we are most common with three. That's Britain, America, and Australia and New Zealand. Okay. But they all have
Hmm.
an accent specific to them, right? Um, but when you watch movies, for example, do you ever find an accent that you like personally?
The British accent is beautiful.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and I can definitely distinguish accents.
So you can distinguish accents.
Yeah, yeah, because yeah, it's easy, I guess. Especially if it's British accent, it's
Hmm.
really easy to catch it.
Okay. All right. All right then. Um. Uh,
But not so easy to
so
understand. said what to understand what they say.
Not easy to understand, right? True,
So,
true. Okay. So there's an interesting thing actually about the British accent is that there is the British speak, people from other parts of Britain and teenagers in Britain speak, and there is what we call a received pronunciation.
mm,
Received pronunciation is countries is an accent that is similar to the Oxford English Dictionary.
oh,
Good.
mm-hmm.
Um, uh, mm, this is difficult to find. Okay, and then so what I have, for example, in comparison to most other British accents, what I have is a received pronunciation. I'm not saying I sound perfect because I have some influence here and there, but so most dictionaries will give you sort of a British version and an American version, right? Okay, and sometimes most well, I think the problem, not a problem, is a good thing. It's a good thing now. Okay, honestly, uh, because of media, because of the movies you watch and everything, most
Mm-hmm.
people sort of are used to the American accent because, well, most movies have it, right? And if there's a British actor in an American movie, he sort of stands out. Okay, and I agree with you. I also think the British accent is it's a better accent than the American one. For me, that's personally speaking. But sometimes it's still beneficial to study both accents. And why do you think that is?
Beneficial to being able to use both of accents, or
Not use both, but understand both and
and
differentiate them.
yeah, it's extremely important
Okay.
because sometimes, yeah, as we mentioned, that British accent sometimes it's hard to recognize in the words.
Okay. Okay.
And in order to understand the meaning, the sense of speech, you should um, understand. You should recognize sense. On
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. So if you look at that page there, we have some words, yes, right? And we have some words. You could do this a little different later, all right? But we'll just cheat and I'll just tell you which is. So they have this little box here that says distinguishing between US and UK accents. So honestly, most people will speak an American accent, unless they are from Britain themselves.
mm,
But Australians and people from New Zealand have a sort of American-ish accent, um, but they have different words. Um, uh, but although people speak US English will almost always be understood in the UK, and vice versa, there are several differences in pronunciation between Standard English and General American, apart from all the other regional accents. Understanding these differences will help you follow American English more closely. Um, uh, so, for example, the first word. So I read it as 20,
mm-hmm,
20, okay? But Americans will say 20.
mm-hmm.
So 20,000, right? 20,000. But I
Party,
say 20,000. Come again?
party or party. Yeah.
So I say party. I say party. Americans say party. Okay, very good. So I say water. They say water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So number two, then the second word, I say internet. I say internet. You know what
Uh-huh.
the Americans say?
Internet. I don't know
This is
how
this is this is this is this is
it.
mind blowing. Americans say internet.
Uh-huh.
They,
Yeah.
they don't even say internet. They just say internet, right?
Uh-huh.
Internet. Okay, or internet. Yeah,
Like
okay, something like that.
here. Like,
Come again? Internet. Yes, the internet. You have to
mm,
use the internet. We say internet. Okay,
uh,
number three. So I say party, party. They say party.
mm-hmm.
Okay. So I say clever. They say clever.
Uh-huh.
I s- okay, I say turn, they say turn. I say honest, they say wait, I say honest. I say honest, they say ooh, I forgot it. Honest. Say honest.
Honest.
They say honest. So I say honest with an O, they say honest with an ah sound,
Uh-huh.
right? I'm not sure of that one. I say coffee, they say I say coffee with an O, they say coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a little different. So that one's slightly different. Awesome. 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 I'm not sure of the next one. So, but number nine, this one's interesting. So number nine, I say new, ew. They say new.
Uh-huh.
I say I say route. They say route.
Oh.
I call it a vase. They call it a vase. I say leisure. They say leisure. I think inquiry. I think they say inquiry. I'm not sure of that one. I say mustache. I say mustache. Mustache. They say mustache.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I say address. I think Americans say address.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So there's that little difference there. All right. There's that little difference there, but I'm not certain. But you can use a dictionary. You can find out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, Carolina. Um, I think that's it for today. As always, thanks for the talk. Okay, it was good to see you. Okay, have a great weekend, and he has
So,
been sleeping. He has been sleeping on me for the last half an hour, and now
uh,
he's all sleepy and everything.
okay.
All right. Okay. So take care of yourself. Okay. I'll see you a little later. Okay. Bye bye then. Bye for
Bye.
now. Say bye. Bye.